You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Mistresses After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Mistresses After Show.
Hey guys, welcome to another Mistresses recap. What you're listening to right now is their theme song,
which nobody knew.
None of us knew.
This is very, like, I don't know how to explain this. Kind of sexy.
Yeah, I feel like it's their boom boom music.
Their boom boom music.
I feel like we're at like a lounge and I'm gonna order something, but then something,
Karen's there
something's
at the bar
gonna happen. Oh yeah.
Karen, naughty. So anyway, we are going to be recapping episode 8, An Affair to Surrender, and I'm your host, Virginia Reyna.
Hi guys, I'm Francesca.
Hi, I'm Melina.
And we're missing Eman for a little bit, for a few weeks, but she'll be back soon. I know, I love her. And I missed you guys last week, but I'm glad to be back. I missed so much. So much was going on last week. So much is going on this week. Where do we start? Who do you guys want to start with? April? I know. That was like the saddest thing. I feel so bad for her. It was like a roller coaster of emotions watching this today.
She just kept coming back for more and more.
But how do you do that? Like, you know he's married. You had the same thing happen to you.
I wanted to hear what he was going to say at that one point. He was like, but we're not even... You know, he kind of briefly, broken English, said something. I want to know what his reasoning is.
Wait, in broken English?
Like... It wasn't a complete sentence.
Oh. I was like, I didn't know he was like foreign on the show.
Yeah, no, you know, he said.
Yeah, he had no reason. But that's the thing. When guys are cheaters, they have no reason.
They just make things up.
I'm sorry. I'm taking up for Eman because she's usually the one that gets on the horse and lectures, you know. And so, yeah, I feel like he's just a scummy scumbag. And like, how do you... I don't know, like, is he leaving his wife? He didn't say, oh, I'm going to leave my wife. He just said, I'm in love with you. Like, that means nothing. He's not leaving. They don't leave. Women know this. They don't. Do they ever leave?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so.
It's awful. And then Lucy's involved.
That's
poor
just
Lucy.
Exactly. That's exactly why you just can't get the kids involved until it's, like, legit.
And she did. Way prematurely.
And Lucy wanted him at her birthday party. Like,
that's really sad.
To do nails. How cute is that?
Because it was his idea.
It was? She said that?
Yeah, she said that in the show. It was his idea. And that's why she wanted him to definitely come to the party. And April was like, but it's supposed to be girls. But it was his idea. I think we're all on the same page as far as Daniel goes, that we're not loving him right now. And the thing that I thought was odd was last week, and you missed it, his confession. Even though he did hesitate for like a second, he was honest with her when she asked him, but she flat out asked him, who is this redhead? And my friends told me that they saw her come out of your building or your apartment. So he was really confronted. And he said, well, that's my wife. And he never elaborated of, I do believe he said, I don't think, something like we're not happy or we're not.
I don't think he said anything.
Really? Maybe I made that up.
That's why.
But yeah, and then today's episode, he was so quick to be like, but we're not even going to be together. We're not even together. We're separated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what was he saying?
So get your ducks in a row and then pursue somebody. Don't, like, start this whole thing with somebody who has a kid.
Yeah. I mean, I understand messy, complicated relationships. She flipped her hair for the listeners that didn't see. She got very Valley Girl all of a sudden on us.
We are in the Valley.
But for people that are Asian, I'm not talking that like they're crazy old. They are just older. I know things get complicated and messier.
People that are Asian?
Or
Is that what you said?
No, I said people that are
Aging.
Although I did hear Asian too, but I was listening in context.
you guys, that's so. No, I love. No, stop. Okay,
I'm sorry,
moving
that's
on.
what I heard. I
There's
just wanted
no
to clarify
saving
for our listeners.
No. So people that are in their older age, and not that they're really old, but like April and Daniel.
You're saying they're old?
They're older. They're not in
like
their
young
20s.
Teenagers. You're like 20-somethings.
They're not.
Just
They're in
being
their
careless.
they're mid
older.
to upper 30s. More likely upper 30s.
They should have their
realistically.
ish together.
I'm just saying that relationships get messier, and I can understand why Daniel, like, I could understand this relationship just from having my friends who have messy relationships. But in the real world, April would have just said, no, I can't be with you right now. Like you said just a minute ago, get your ducks in a row, and then we'll see where we're at. Not just this whole huge dramatic, this is goodbye.
I mean, it's hard for him to even think about getting his, ducks in a row because she keeps coming, for the most part, this whole episode. And, we saw at the end of last episode, she's coming back. She's coming back for more. She feels comfortable in his arms. She wants to be with him.
Womp, womp, get it over.
Womp.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. He can't get his ducks in a row if he's, having his cake and eating it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Mama said they're not going to buy the cow when they get the milk for free.
Exactly.
So true. Yeah, I don't even know where to really end that with, because he has no motivation if she's just going to keep coming over.
I agree.
So do you guys think she's really not gonna come back this time?
Well, I think it's hard, like whenever you're emotionally involved with somebody and then you've been sleeping with them, and you have this connection with them and your daughter has this connection with them, like that's got to be really tough. I was saying earlier, being a single parent is probably one of the harder things, and to find somebody who can really mesh with your life, but I just don't think I would be able to trust him, because to go for that long, and then, like, he's sleeping with her and his wife at the same time. Like, that's what would always bug me. I would wonder, like, how many times was she around, or were you with her when you were with me?
Right, or right after, or right before.
Ew.
That's so gross.
Ew.
Yeah, and they don't really, obviously, they're never going to talk about that on the show, but yeah, where have those lips been?
Ew.
And you don't want to think about that. You guys are so cute. But that is the reality of it when you're two-timing. What did you think about April and Karen's dynamic this week?
That was just a little...
Yeah, that was very catty. Meow.
That was a very tiny little meow I did.
Yeah.
It was more like...
Yeah, that was like labor pains.
That was just pure evil. And but I realized that she said it because she was more upset with herself rather than being like offended that Karen said that. It was the fact that she realized, oh my God, this is not good. But you can't put yourself down, so you have to be like.
So to elaborate, when
Biznatch?
they were at the birthday party, they being Karen and April, Karen kind of tried to smooth things over or offer a consolation of, I understand what you've been through. And April didn't quite understand what she meant. She's like, oh, me and Tom. And April was very quick to cut her off and say, oh, I thought somebody was going to step in.
Well, yeah.
And she's not. Francesca wasn't even looking at me.
No, I was.
It would have been cute. But to say that no, you knew that he was married and you went after it anyway. I did not know. And I think you're very right. That came from a place of projection rather than truth and facts. Just poor April was... I don't know. It's a crappy situation to be in.
It's very unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate because she really didn't. She's right. She did not pursue a married man. She pursued a man who was just
Right. Well, then she feels
nasty.
guilty though because she did already go back after she found out he was married.
That's why.
So that's
Yeah.
why.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Because when I was very young, I went on a date with a guy several times, and he was like, oh, I'm divorced. And then my birthday comes around and he takes me out, and on my way to my birthday dinner he drops the bomb, oh, my wife. And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, oh, we're going through a divorce. Totally different.
Yeah.
That means you're still married.
I have a bad story.
I was furious.
I'm going to make it quick, but this is a bad one.
Okay.
Okay, listeners, pull out the tissues. So I fell, madly in love with this man who was a little older, but he was gorgeous and beautiful and ridiculously just rich and wonderful and everything a girl could ever want. And we dated for over a year. and we had a great relationship, and he bought me jewelry and just fantastic stuff. Like, he was just amazing. And when I say jewelry, I don't mean like fancy stuff, just stuff that means something to us. Like,
he spoiled you.
He in a non, I don't know, like, it was just more caring type of spoiling. Well, anyway, we were planning a trip to Italy, and it was just so amazing. He had his own private jet. Like, it was fantastic times, and I thought, okay, he really liked me because I didn't care about the money, and I really liked him because he was just everything. So we were planning our trip. Everything was aligned. My mother was in love with him. Everybody loved him. And then I got a phone call from him one day, and I answered, and it was his wife. And the exact words were, "What are you doing with my husband?"
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine?
That's horrible.
I told her everything. I hung up the phone. He called about 2 hours later, and I said, "Don't ever speak to me again."
Good for you.
And so I can relate to April, because you're like, but it wasn't me. I wasn't, but...
Yeah, but see, you didn't go back. She went back after.
I know.
And that's why she felt stupid.
She did.
When she really... Because obviously that shows what she felt about how Karen was being careless in that manner. But then that was her. She, like you said, she was projecting on herself.
I agree.
Well, and when you can't tell your best friends what's really going on with your life, that's when you know it's wrong.
It's turning into Pretty Little Liars. Where everybody's keeping secrets from each other.
That show. Love it.
I know. It's all part of the ABC family.
It is.
It is.
Oh, yeah,
ABC
right. I was
and
like,
ABC.
what channel?
It all ties in together.
But then with April, her daughter was kind of giving her little therapist kind of
That was
this
bizarre.
episode.
What did you think about that?
Well,
thought that was weird.
think people want to hear what they want to hear, and her daughter was telling her exactly what she wanted to hear. So she was like, oh, well, if Lucy thinks it's okay, somebody is making her feel better about the situation and feel better about what she's doing, then, even if it's a small, brief moment, that's what she wanted to hear at the time. So, that's why she sought out that advice from a 12-year-old.
And then retracted. Well, because the 12-year-old then gave her even more advice.
Yeah. It's like...
Which is so unfortunate. How horrible is that if you are in school that's a horrible age anyways. Everybody is mean and brutal and vicious. And then to know that people, I don't even think I knew what sex was when I was 12. I really don't.
Sex,
and then to think about people's parents are cheating. I mean, I don't know. I think the world is just different.
I think that she's on her phone, texting like crazy. Oh my God.
I know.
Cheating. I was like, wait, how old are we? What century are we in? What decade? Yeah. We're growing up so fast.
I know. It's definitely a different world that these kids are living in, because I wouldn't have known that. I mean, the only thing we talked about was cheerleading or, class.
Exactly.
This is kind of funny. So, Mistress's official Twitter handle sent out a tweet that says, "What's complicated? He's so hot." And they're referring to...
Sexy Smoldering?
Yes. And then comments are, he's still married even though he's separated from his wife on Mistresses.
Is he separated, though?
Well, see, we don't really know.
They didn't
It's
say.
never really been said.
It's been kind of...
That's why I'm saying I want to find out what his reasoning's going to be.
I mean, maybe they're separated because he has his own apartment and, she is not there. Because like you said, who's knocking? Is it April or is it his wife? And so maybe, that...
But did we not see him... what seemed to be at a fun event with the redhead.
And then that one time he was in the car with her when he took a call while she stepped out of the car and then she came back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to know.
I don't feel
Tell us, sexy Miss
I mean, I
Wolverine.
think that's where it's going to have to go, and we'll talk more about that in predictions, but I think that he's just saying that now because he found April, and he's happier with April.
Grass is always greener, buddy.
Always. And then poor little April in 10 years or 5 years when she starts aging, there's going to be another April. I mean, unfortunately, that's what would happen, I think, if she stayed with him. If he left his wife for April, and then, I just don't see how you would expect much more. I'm sure there's situations where it worked out, but...
But I mean, it's like the Savvy and Dom thing. You don't necessarily trust your relationship when you know how it started.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So let's take a vote. Who thinks it's going to work out?
Oh, absolutely not.
What you mean with...
From day one, I don't think
with April and Daniel.
I just knew it wasn't going to work out. He's the poor suffering artist. Nope.
Francesca?
I mean, I feel like just because the fact it's a show and all things crazy happen on shows.
It's a drama.
Something there. This story is definitely not over. This isn't the last time they're going to talk.
No, I agree.
Oh, God,
I agree.
I'm just tired of him. I'm sorry.
That's so funny because when the show started, Weren't you like in love with him?
No.
Oh.
I was
kind of like,
mean,
eh.
Eman.
Oh.
Yeah. No. I was not a fan of his because I knew he wasn't good for her. And April's so cute.
She is.
She deserves a nice guy.
But last week we talked about that on the Mistresses IMDb page. He's only listed for, I think it's 4 episodes.
But he's been in way more than that, so.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Himself physically?
Yeah.
There's been 8 episodes. He has not been.
He's been in at least half of them, at
Yeah,
least.
that would be 8. That would be 4.
Oh, whatever.
You were having some math problems today.
She is a mathematician.
It's because I'm not drinking soda anymore.
Oh.
Withdrawals.
We support you on your no soda diet.
Let's get into another complicated relationship.
Ooh,
Aren't
just
they
gets
all?
worse and worse and
know.
worse. Which one are we going to talk about next?
Karen. Let's talk about Karen. I love her clothes every time. I don't know. It's just, she's just so pretty. I just love her. But yeah, okay, so I really missed last week, this whole thing with her and Jacob, because was it after that they had dinner together, or they ran into each other at the ballet?
Right.
Right. And so now they're dating and he dumps Anna for her, all of this stuff. And then I get that, the doctor-patient confidentiality, like you can't say anything.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like maybe you can say something. Maybe not.
I don't know. This is why you'll never be a therapist.
I know, I should ask my sister. But, it's just like, just say it instead of having this whole drawn out, like, I'm going to cry at the restaurant because I'm breaking up with you. But I mean, we've all been there. Haven't you all cried at a restaurant through a breakup or something? It's the worst because people are there and you're like, don't look at me.
But somebody hug me.
It's just the onions. Someone's cutting onions.
But I don't know. I just felt really bad for her. And I don't really know if I like them together, though.
Why?
I don't know. He turned her in. I guess that's where the drama is. I just don't know. It kind of makes me mad at him still a little bit.
I don't know. I have really no feelings towards.
None?
No.
Really?
Is that weird?
Meh. I feel like they are perfect for each other for now. I mean, I don't think anyone's relationship on the show is like a forever thing. But I think for now, he's the normal that she needed in her life to kind of get things kicked back into gear as far as her dating relationships goes and just being normal, I guess, or pretending to be normal. I definitely think in the mix of Anna or him, Jacob should have picked Jacob. I don't understand how that was even an option to break up her relationship with this new guy that she's crazy about. And I don't know, I feel like Anna could have gotten therapy somewhere else.
Well, her therapist said it's because she's clinging to the Sam thing,
That's right.
and that's
You're
like
right.
why
I
she's
forgot
trying
about that.
to like make up for it. But I don't know. I'm with you. But I'm a hopeless romantic.
Me too.
So I'm just like, I'll take the guy. The girl can find another therapist. There's a lot of them out there.
You missed this part last week, but they were making out on the couch. Remember that?
Yeah.
They weren't quite making out. They were kissing. They were. It was about to get hot and heavy. And then he stood up and he just stopped everything and said that he couldn't continue because he had to break it off with this other girl.
Oh, I like him.
And I mean, it just showed
what a good guy
huge
he was.
plug on his character. And I wish they would. I don't know. But then it all worked out in the end anyway. So whatever.
Well, he needs to talk with Daniel. You're like,
agree.
listen, buddy, this is what you really need to do.
This is how you be a man,
Yeah.
baby.
You're not skeezy behind their back with your wife.
That's right.
I mean, but I'm a hopeless romantic myself, but I see where Karen was. I would be in the same predicament. I would, like, if I were her.
As the therapist or as the girlfriend?
It would be.
As the maid?
What? I'm just. What show are we on? No, because she even said Anna, like, hasn't opened up to anyone else really. Like, she finally got through to her. And Anna, Anna didn't want to talk to anyone in the beginning.
That's true. Yeah.
So how do you, as being a professional,
That's true,
and in loving your job, and she loved that she got through to Anna. How could you just up and leave? That's
true, because people do get really emotionally attached to their patients as well. Because I know, like, I've talked to my sister before, and she's like, she can't really talk about what's going on with her patients, but she's like, I'm just having a hard time processing this. There's a lot going on with this family or whatever.
Yeah.
So I do understand that they get attached, but still.
her attachment is not healthy, though.
It's not.
She said, I don't know if did the doctor really say that she shouldn't be dating. She probably really shouldn't, because she's still trying to get over all the crazy things that happen, especially Jacob.
Her doctor said date Jacob, dump your client.
Because you're
emotionally attached because she's exactly like Sam.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay.
She was just saying that to Jacob so she had a reason to dump Jacob.
Right.
That was
That's
just a
the
lie.
only reason why I think she should. I don't think she should ever dump Anna, and I feel bad that we're saying dump Anna, only because her relationship with Anna now is no longer just she's my patient, I'm trying to help her.
It definitely no longer is that after they got off that elevator.
Oh, you guys!
Like how much did you know that was gonna happen?
That was gonna happen.
We all knew, but at the same time, it was like,
why did she even get in the elevator with him?
I don't know.
Okay, you could leave me here. Bye. You know what? Let me just go down the elevator with you and say bye one more time.
But who shows up to their therapist's house without giving them a warning?
Anna's crazy.
She's a little kooks. We love you, Catherine.
True. We do.
I still want to know why she was crying. Like, why did she pick up the phone when Anna called and she was crying?
That was not even discussed.
It could have been a butt dial.
I think it was, but it still
you could
needs
have
to
thought
be
you
discussed.
ignored it, and I've had that happen.
But still, I would have
crying
as her therapist. I would have been like,
I agree.
Hey, you accidentally pocket dialed me or whatnot, and you were crying. Like, that's why I was worried. Where have you been? Blah blah blah.
I went to the house and you don't live there.
But she said you've been there. I don't think she wants to confront her. I don't think she needs to let the trust. Like, she needs to let her open up as a therapist. She can't really 20 question her.
True.
That's not how therapy works,
but
I don't think.
You're right. And, she was getting too invested because she was trying to find out her address and this and this and this. Do you think that was significant that they actually took time to have her go to this potential?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What is this?
We're going to find out.
What is
something about her? Obviously, Anna Choi might not be. I don't know.
Well, it's because so she gave that
adopted,
fake address. Right? Then no. I don't know about that, but she gave the fake address, and then she also said she lived at Karen's place when she met Jacob. Remember, Jacob's like, "Oh, I met that girl at your house."
A liar.
So who knows where she lives?
Stuff going on. I don't know what, but yeah, definitely.
She doesn't live where she says she lives. We shall see.
I don't know. And I'm not buying her whole, family story that she told either. I felt like that was very nonchalant, the way she said it. I don't know.
When Catherine was on the show, she said it's going to get crazy. So I feel like we just keep almost getting there.
Very slowly. Yeah.
Very slowly.
I want to see it get crazy.
And we're going to have to wait 2 whole weeks.
2 weeks.
I know. What's up
Why
with
do
that?
you do this to us, ABC?
They knew Iman was going to be gone for a little bit, so they tried to lessen.
They did.
Yeah. Since she's a writer for the show and everything.
Oh, that's what it is. That's right.
Okay, so anything else we need to say about Karen, or can we go on to Joss? Because I just love Joss and Scott. I love Scott.
I love Scott too.
He's so cute.
Why did he have those large black pumps in his closet, though? I like how he WNBA. But really, why?
I know, he's like the perfect man.
I thought he was gonna say when they were talking about getting rid of all the extra shoes that she doesn't fit, I thought he was gonna say to keep them just in case. No, just in case, like a threesome or something. I was like, but he didn't say that. Okay.
Oh, see, I kind of thought that for a second, but then I kind of also thought maybe he'd say, let's just go replace him in your size. Oh. But that's really wishful thinking on my part.
Right. That's so funny.
Yeah, I love them too.
It's very unfortunate the way things are going, and I really didn't want. I don't know. I just kind of am annoyed with Harry, even though he's so handsome and Australian and nice shirtless.
But why are you annoyed with Harry?
Because I knew this was going to happen, and I like Scott.
Oh, so you thought if Harry just went away, none of this?
Yes, none of this could happen, but something's going to happen because Scott's already getting jealous.
I told you.
And it was so cute when he was like, "Tell me you love me," and she had a really hard time doing it.
Yes.
Why do you guys think that she had such a hard time saying it? Why is she so...
Because the last person she was with, she had that whole breakup.
With the girl.
And that was all dramatic, and I don't know.
It happened quickly.
Happened very fast.
I mean, you've been gone for 1 episode and they've moved in.
Yeah, where did that happen? They're going at mine and Brian's speed.
Soon they're pregnant.
Oh, jeez. Can you imagine Joss pregnant?
Oh, man.
Actually, she would be a cute pregnant girl.
She would be cute.
She's already I don't know, she's cute. But I think all of us kind of had that weird, eerie feeling that there would be something going on with Joss and Harry, and it seems a bit incest.
I said this from day one of this even potentially happening, that You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, the siren.
The siren. But yeah, I mean, it's inevitable, and I can't believe he's staying.
I can't believe he's walking out in a towel.
I knew that was gonna happen.
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen, but he was so gung ho about, you know, getting out there, having this little restaurant by the beach, and now that Dieter can't cook to save his life, he's just gonna come in and save the day.
I love how it's like they really do a good job of making it seem very LA. Like, oh, she's gluten free for the last 18 weeks. And, you know, like that's a very LA.
It's like, I haven't tried anything.
Yeah, I do love that. But I don't know. It just makes me so sick because Scott is such a great guy, and like he helped Joss in every way possible, you know. And then this is happening, and I know it's not going to end well. It can't end well. Because he's going to get really, really jealous, and something stupid is going to happen with Harry and Savvy.
Well, it almost looked like they were gonna kiss this episode too, when he was like, "Oh my God, thank you," and he pulled away. So gross.
Sad. I know.
Yeah.
He had his hands on the small of her back, and that is a very sexual thing.
It is. You're right.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh no, poor Scott.
But you know, it's fun because Joss last week was jealous because all the plastic surgeon, like, he's getting pictures of boobs sent to his phone because the clients are like, "Do my boobs look right?" You know what I mean?
touch them.
And Joss was really jealous, so it's all, you know, it's natural that Scott would be jealous of Harry. But when they hugged at the end, they panned in on her face, and
Yeah.
that look.
It wasn't a, oh my gosh, take me now, you're so hot look. It was like a, I'm
like-
thinking of somebody else look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily even thinking about someone else in that manner, but being like, oh crap, because
Well, yeah. It was definitely
Harry's close to home.
Yeah.
But
she
that's
thought about it.
incestuous. I'm sorry, but
It
this
is.
is the problem. You cannot, and because no matter what Savvy says, she's not over Harry.
No.
In that relationship. So there's no way that would ever work. Like, can you imagine if something happens and then Savvy finds out? She will flip her S. H-I-D.
It would go down. I literally could see Savvy just picking a fight with, like, physical fight with Joss.
And if she did that, that would end her and Dom, because Dom would not understand why she's protecting Harry so much. That would not work. There's no way Savvy could fight against Joss and Harry when they're trying to figure out their crap. That's not going to work.
But did you see the way that she looked at him with the shirt off? Like, she couldn't even pull herself together.
In the preview.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I was watching it too. Just thinking about it now.
Yeah.
I'm blushing.
I see that.
I like
I hope
blondes.
Brian's not listening.
He's okay with it. He totally understands. He knows I have this really bad, like, Chris Hemsworth crush. Yeah, like, we go see Thor, and I'm just like, Yeah, he knows. He's like, I married you. It's fine. You can have your blonde crushes. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, it's all
Don't
on
be
the TV.
Daniel, all right?
No, never. Gosh, no. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to end badly for Scott, because Scott's a cutie too.
It feels like there's all these great guys that are kind of popping up in the show, and these girls are just
Dumb.
Dum, dum, dum. They're dumb. I'm sorry.
Making dumb mistakes.
But it makes for...
Good TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it's called Mistresses for a reason. Like, there has to be some behind the back cheating
Yes.
affairs,
And
all
there
that good
is.
stuff. And there is.
Every
clearly.
episode. There's something.
So weird.
I know.
You know what I thought, though? When Scott introduced Joss to, what was her name? Greta?
Yes, I thought so too.
You thought that she was like, "Ooh, let's have a threesome"? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I thought.
Did you notice when she said something, he thought she was... When Scott thought that Joss was going to say something about her calves, she was like, yeah, she has manly calves or whatever, right? Did you hear that?
I did. That's really
That was
funny.
weird. It's a weird comment to throw in there.
It was funny.
It
I
was
think
funny.
it was to show that he's not looking, just in case for some
Yes.
of you guys who possibly thought that.
What do you mean, you guys?
Well, both you guys were thinking something.
Yeah.
I felt like there was nothing there.
Yeah, I think that helps clarify.
Yeah, it was just
But-
to clear. Yeah, it was a funny comment though.
Yeah.
And then he has his WNBA shoes. Maybe he has a thing. I don't know. Never mind.
But I do hope Scott stays.
What's that little giggle? You're giggling.
Oh, I don't know.
About the WNBA shoes?
Because he was saying she. Did you notice her manly calves? And then he has like WMB.
Oh.
Maybe he has a thing. I don't know.
Well, he definitely has a thing. He has a closet full of female shoes. That is the most bizarre. I'm sure it's not the most bizarre fetish. It's just TV doesn't really cover fetishes that often. So to me, this is crazy. But I really hope that Josh gets her ish together so she can keep Scott. Because, yeah, that pause after she hugged him after he brought up Harry. I mean, it's just clear that there's something going on there, and I really hope she just...
Maybe it's just nerves. You know,
What kind of nerves?
she's nervous that they're moving really fast. She's never really had a serious relationship other than her last one. You know, maybe she's just nervous, and so she's looking for something. She knows she can't hook up with Harry. That's like sister code.
Yeah, she knows it, but I feel like it's not gonna...
Her and Savvy's relationship have been way too perfect. With Harry right in the middle of it, they have to mess it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, there has... I cannot talk today. There have been no real confrontations between the two of them this whole time.
And there has to be.
What are you talking about? She confronted her about Zach.
No, I mean about
Between her and Harry?
About Harry.
Yeah.
Savvy's been like totally like, oh yeah, you guys work together, whatever, cool.
Oh, you spent the night? Oh, no big deal.
But when she clearly still feels whatever she feels for him.
Concur.
So that's why, yeah, it's been too smooth for them to still both have Harry in their lives.
I agree.
It's about to get
You
hairy.
don't agree?
The situation's about to get hairy.
No, I don't think that can happen.
It's going
I'm
to.
sorry.
You're
Something's
being
gonna
naive
happen.
right now. I can see it in your face.
I
You
don't
want
want
to
to.
believe it.
I know.
That it won't happen.
Damn
but
you,
it
ABC.
will. This is Mistresses.
I'm gonna be
And
furious.
I think I've said this before. Even if they don't actually, like have sex or hook up in that manner, there's gonna be a moment where they're like about to kiss or something, and then realize, oh my god, there's gonna be something.
I
Something's
do
gonna
like
happen.
those moments.
Yeah, those are fun moments, and I could definitely see.
Cooling yourself down over there.
I could definitely see Joss going to Savvy and telling her about the moment, just to play like the honest card, and I could see where that is just gonna not go.
Just
All how
yeah.
anyone would ever imagine it to.
I say, forgive me, it's the hormones. You know, they say the second trimester kind of makes you a little crazy about sexual things.
Yes, I've heard.
We don't need to know
Poor
the
Brian.
details. All us listeners don't even know
Yeah,
the
I blame the
details.
hormones. Who else do we have to talk about?
Savvy and Dom.
Savvy and Dom.
And Tony.
Oh. Yeah.
Tony. She's weaving her way back in.
Her and her wrinkly forehead.
She is horrible. She's like the world's worst person. Her and Daniel need to hook up. I'm sorry, but people that go after people in
Yeah.
relationships, I feel like are the
She's a
lowest of the
predator.
low. They
Yeah.
are predators.
Leeches.
They're total predators.
Yeah. I don't like her. None of us liked her. And I think
Parasites.
she's made to be hated. And
for sure.
Totally.
anyone who, well, never mind. I'm not going to talk about people who do like her. But I don't, yeah. We
there are
all,
definitely, I'm sure, girls that like her.
Yeah, I know.
People that like the challenge.
I know.
Like to
People that
take-
can relate and I'm not judging. But I
Totally
definitely.
judging over
I know
here.
you are. Stop. I definitely think that this was long overdue where she was going to go after Dom. I just think it's bizarre that she tried to make peace, not even make peace. She
Butter
was
up. She
trying
was
to buttering up
Yes.
to use and abuse Savvy. And Savvy's like, first of all, get your butt off my paper. I just love that.
Get that Latin booty out of here.
And second, I don't trust you and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah. Well, because girls are smarter than that. Come
Yes.
on.
But
like, it's your competitive work rival. She's going to know. And obviously, she's looking into her case files. So she's already trying to get, like, a scoop on her.
Oh,
so
for sure.
I would not trust her one bit.
Savvy could have played the, oh yeah, you know what?
Let's be besties.
Yeah, team up.
Yeah.
And then be like one step ahead of her. But she just straight out, flat out said, nope, don't trust you. And so Tony's going to be like, okay,
Dom.
well, I'm going after Dom.
And I thought Dom was going to be smarter because the conversation first, hate him. Disappointed in him.
Disappointed?
Yeah, I'm disappointed too because the conversation, first we're immediately reminded of the previous conversation where Tony tried to hit on him and he's like, whoa, no, this isn't happening. He shut the door he slammed the door, actually, in her face as far as, like, where this relationship could go between him and Tony. And then today, she pulls the same exact card, barely different words, and he's like, no, no, no. And then all of a sudden, it was just such a weird transition to see him just be smart, and then, oh, thank you, Tony. Like, it didn't seem organic. It didn't make any sense. I don't know. I guess they're just trying to push it in the story. But I was disappointed. Because as he's walking out, he's like, no, I got friends. Thank you. And then all of a sudden, it's, oh, well.
Thank you.
Come over later. I don't know. It was weird.
Office, we can talk.
How do you know? It's stupid.
I didn't buy it. I think maybe he's, like after their last confrontation, she went and, told on them or whatever.
Right.
And so maybe he's just like, whatever, like, I don't want to deal with this chick. And so.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think it was more of a needy, Savvy's being weird after this guy obviously getting something I can't offer, and I've been pushing you away for so long, and then he takes a moment and he's like, but why? That's what I think they were trying to push with that scene. Just, but why push it away when Savvy won't even...
What do you guys think is her angle? Because we all know that she told Dom before, I'm going to make partner. I'm going to push you out here. But I feel like she just... Like, does she want to just do this because of that, or is she trying to get just for the thrill of not breaking up because they're whatever, but getting with Dom and then throwing it in Savvy's face because it's another threatening woman in the workplace?
I think it's still about the position that she wants at that company.
Yeah, I think it's all about the position, because she even said when she was talking to Savvy, she's like, you've been looked over, and Dom got what he wanted, even though there was this relationship. So and she's like, and we're in this man-dominated world.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she thinks like, I can play just like a man. I can sleep with who I want and still get a promotion. And so, and I mean, that's good on her for that part, but I don't think it has anything to do with Dom. I think he's he's another guy to sleep with. Yeah.
Oh, I think so, definitely. And I think if she can physically put a wedge between Dom and Savvy, one, they're not going to continue to work in the same office. They're just not. That's it's TV. And so then that just moves her up just one more, because she's under Savvy. She's not above or equal to Savvy. She's a little bit below her. So if she can push Savvy out or sleep with Dom and, I don't know, raise up some sort of scandal that happened in the bedroom that maybe wasn't willing or something. Mm-hmm. She can do anything, and then she'll move up. I think she'll do anything for that. I don't think it has anything to do with actually Dom or Savvy.
I agree.
We do not like Tony.
We don't like Tony.
Tony needs to go.
She's a man-eater.
Savvy totally gave her a little bit more ammo, though, because she bounced for the realtor again.
I know.
Come on, Sav.
Yeah.
She needs to get her stuff together. Seriously, she needs to start playing the game.
There are no part-time lawyers. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why they keep saying, like, oh, she's part-time at a law firm like that. That just wouldn't fly.
Even though she has been there a really long time. What did they say? It was 14 years? It was a long time.
And she hasn't made partner?
I remember there was, because it was when
really long
Dom
time
got
to go.
into a fight, not a fight, I'm sorry, when Tony confronted Dom about her leaving and getting phone calls and doing all that personal stuff, and Dom was like, whoa, Savvy has been here for, and fans, please correct us, because I know it's not 14, or maybe it is, maybe I'm awesome and I actually remember, X amount of years, and it was past 10.
Really?
She's been here, so you need to cut her some slack.
I feel like that's a really long time for people to go without making partner.
I agree. And I
no,
think
because there's no, like, then she would have to be, like, 40-something. Because if you think, like, you graduate law school at, like, 26 or something, so she would have to be, like, 40.
How old is she on the show?
She's probably like, mid-30s.
Okay, so maybe he said 10. Maybe I'll Google it.
Yeah. Well,
okay, I'll Google it. Wow.
Not that that's that really big of a deal.
You can still tell us.
But still.
Yeah.
I think that kind of wraps up my whole evening of, I don't know. I'm very disappointed with the way this is going. I know it's not real life, but it makes me sad. I just want everybody to be happy.
In love.
Yes, happy and in love. Because they each have somebody they could be happy with while I'm looking this over. It's like...
They do.
Why can't they just choose happiness? Choose love.
Love's not always enough, okay?
Not on Mistresses.
Not for Daniel. In April.
Oh, Daniel. Let's go back to that.
Yeah. Okay, so do we have any news and gossip? You guys
We're so
let
horrible at that.
let it go last week, Melina, with Daniel's gossip.
Oh, that he was dating rumor.
Yes, that was the gossip from like 3 weeks ago when we were all together and you were there, Missy. I know you don't remember it. I showed the picture of Daniel
That
and
was
I.
last week.
No, this was weeks ago because it was the night that I met
You
Rumor.
dropped that bomb 3 weeks ago.
No,
Yeah.
you put the picture. I mean,
You
this is
didn't
ignorant civic.
say it. I don't
Christina was
think.
here. Yeah, I did.
Who's Christina?
Or Christian. What's her name? What's Anna's name?
Catherine.
I want to call her Christina. That's my second name. I want to call her that. When Catherine was here, yeah, I went to go see Tarantino at the DBA. We got into a conversation about Tarantino and what
Yeah,
that
you
was.
just said that Daniel was there and you had a picture.
No.
Last week is
no.
when you showed
Listen to the
pictures of
show.
Rumor.
No. I said it. You'll hear it when you listen to it back because I said, and he's dating Rumor Willis. And nobody was affected, so I was like, all right, let's move on. Nobody
Whatever,
seems to care
anyways.
that they're together and sticking tongues down each other's throats.
Gross.
But she's a fantastic singer. I don't know if you guys knew this. And I mean,
She sings?
fantastic. Yeah. No, she doesn't just sing. Like, she like Whitney Houston sings.
Really?
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was so surprised because I never knew her to be an actress. Never really knew her to do theater. And that's kind of, the performances at the DBA. Just on the show for a second, Al Pacino was there a couple days ago to watch the show. Barbara Streisand was there a couple days ago to watch the show. Like, this show is no joke, and she's part of the cast now. So is Mona from Pretty Little Liars. She's part of the cast as well. And Mona sings like Whitney Houston sings as well.
I hate Mona.
Oh, no.
You guys will have to watch the Pretty Little Liars
Sorry,
podcast.
I'm only on
Listen.
season 3.
But,
I hate Mona.
it was just a fantastic... But, yeah, that's all the rumors I have. I know that they're still trying to keep their relationships under wraps, and it was funny because I talked about it on the show, and there was still no photos leaked of them at that time, and then I just saw some, like, a few days ago whenever I texted you.
I thought we put them on the show, didn't we?
No, pictures of them
I guess it was
together?
just in our text messages.
Yeah, it was just between, friends.
That's right.
And I was like, see, guys, look.
That's right.
No, on the show, I just had a picture of me and sexy mixed smells, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So that's kind of interesting, just opposites attracting.
Attracting?
Is that what I said?
Let's get into predictions. don't you?
Wow, it's getting late here at AfterBuzz.
Wow. Okay, predictions.
Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Attracting.
predictions.
Well, unfortunately, I feel like April is going to fall back in the arms of Daniel. That's my one prediction, and it sucks. Oh, and I think Harry and Joss are going to have a little moment
They're
that I'm
definitely
not
having
prepared
a moment.
for. I'm not prepared for. I want to see Joss in some more of those high heels, if you know what I mean.
Ooh.
Really?
I'm just
You
kidding.
don't?
Yeah, because I
really.
think she's happy with Scott.
And we haven't seen a lot of Scott shirtless. I feel like he's
We
the
should
only
probably see more Scott.
guy on Mistresses that they're always parading around without shirts on. Why isn't he?
Trying to find how long Savvy's
Yeah, does
been
Daniel
on the
even
long road.
own a shirt?
Daniel never wears a shirt. He's like the
doesn't.
Matthew McConaughey of our show.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that they're
go
going to
ahead.
have a moment, Joss and Harry. And we see in the previews for 2 weeks from now that Dom confronts Savvy again. Like, you still haven't given me anything to show that you want this to work. And I just don't feel like they're going to work. We don't.
No, I think my predictions are Dom's going to hook up with Tony. Whether it's big or small, I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to lead to it because he keeps pushing, not necessarily pushing Savvy away, but just reminding himself of the reasons why Savvy's not playing ball right now and why their relationship is where they're at. I think Savvy and Harry, I don't know if they have a moment, but I think she comes more to kind of like a resolve on the fact that she does still have feelings for him. I agree with you, Miss Pretty Girl, that Joss and Harry are going to have an incest moment. And I don't think that April is going to get back with Daniel.
You don't?
No, only because his IMDb doesn't show him being cast on the rest of the episodes. Like, I don't. I think he's kind of washed out.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
All right. Well, let us know what you guys think because we are interested. Where can we find you guys?
Go ahead. Oh, you can find me on Twitter or Facebook at Melina TV.
Twitter, Instagram, and Vine, XOXOCESCA.
And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Virginia Reyna. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.